Everybody, this is Pam with Jesus Junk Journals, and we are getting ready for our weekly art journal challenge. And this week's scripture is Mark 11:24. Therefore I say to you, all things for which you pray and ask, believe that you have received them and they will be granted to you. So that's the scripture. And then the challenges or the prompts this week are flower like a flower that grows in the garden, an art supply you have never used, and open and close. So a flower or flowers, an art supply you've never used, and open and close. So I usually don't look at these till I come up here and shoot the video, but I did look at this just a little bit ago to think about it. And I decided I'm going to paint a background, and I'm just going to use a single page for this one. And that's about as far as I got. So I'm going to paint, if I'm going to have a flower, I'm going to do a green background, I think. And so I'm just going to go back to paints and sprays and just have fun making my background, I think. So, start out with, I'm going to just mix a few different greens. Mainly this olive green one that I like. My favorite, seems like color. And see how that goes. And let's see. Guess I'll use a brush. I've already managed to get it all over my hands. Wax paper's not going to do me much good, I'm afraid. Okay, all right, so just a kind of variegated acrylic paint background, and then I'm gonna let that dry, and I might just leave it like that. I don't think I need any sprays. I was gonna use sprays, but I think I'm happy with that. So I'll do that, and then figure out the tricky thing is gonna be finding the art supply that I haven't used, because I've bought so many art supplies, and as soon as I get them, I use them just to play with them. So I'm going to have to think about that one. Okay, I am back, and this is dry, and I've been thinking about this, and I think that I'm going to make some flowers and glue them on, at least two, and the open and close, I'm going to make the flower open and close with its petals, I think, and then put some of the wording in the middle of them. So I'm going to move this and paint the flowers on a different pad of paper. And I think I'm going to use watercolor in this. It's cold press paper. We'll see how this goes. And I'm kind of thinking like petal flowers. Petal, you know, like, well, I guess all flowers are petals maybe. But kind of need one with the center so that some of the petals can fold over it. So let's see, maybe I better work it out on a notebook first. So let's see, I'm kind of limited by the size of this paper. Kind of like, plus if I'm going to fit 2 flowers on there. Let's see, so that's the center. And the words I was thinking, therefore I say to you, all things for which you pray and ask, believe that you receive them. So I was thinking, believe that you receive them would fit on one. And maybe, and they will be granted to you on the middle of the other one. And so then you need petals that will fold in and not overlap that. And then you need another bunch of them underneath, so it still looks like a flower. So I'm thinking 2 layers of petals. So let me see about how thick this paper is. Well, we'll see if it works. Okay, well, I'm just gonna start painting and then we'll figure it out. So let me just grab some brushes here. And I guess I could use, actually, I'll use these Inktense pencils. That'll be a good way to sort of control it maybe. And fuchsia. So I'm thinking, where did that go? So something like that maybe for the middle. Okay, so all right, so there's those petals. And then I'll go ahead and lay these out as kind of a guide, and I'll use my orange pencil. I hope that's big enough glue tab to make it stick. And actually, those are going to be glued flat. It's these that are going to stick up. And I just realized something. I need to paint both sides of these because it's going to be both sides of the shell. So okay, these don't need to be painted. So now I need to do a second one. And I'm going to do the kind of reverse colors so I can draw these out. They don't have to be in a flower shape. that will use up my paper. So these are the small orange, these are small pink, these are the big orange. Okay, so I need the big pink ones. Okay, so let's see if this is going to work. Let me put my pencils away. So the thing I'm going to use that I haven't used before, and I have to say when I got this, I tried it on a piece of paper, but I haven't actually ever used it on anything, is this triple thick brilliant brush on gloss glaze. And I think I'll do it on this paper. I've got plastic sheet to protect my cookie sheet. Then I've got this to protect my plastic. Now I've got this to protect this. So at some point you have to quit protecting everything, I think. And so the small ones, are these the small ones? I'm going to try it on the big petals that aren't going to move, I think. So not these. These are small. These are the big ones. Okay, I'm going to try it on these. It says brush on. Let's see. Water-based, acid-free, permanent, soap and water cleanup. Do not overwork. Allow to dry for 24 hours. Okay, use an acrylic brush to apply. Apply multiple coats for additional protection or on texture or porous surfaces. Okay. So I bought this. I've had it for a long time. And ooh, it says brush on, but I'm putting it on and letting it puddle up. I don't know if this will work or not. It might take forever to dry, but it dries like this clear, thick plastic bubble over things the way if I remember right. When I saw it and I thought, ooh, I want to have some of that, and then I never did use it. So let's see what happens. Worst case scenario, I guess it'll stick to this notebook paper and I can always tear that off or cut it off. But it says to brush it on in several coats. And that's not what I'm doing, so we'll see. And it says don't overwork, which I'm not really working it at all because I'm not using a brush. Yeah. Well, now I need another piece of notebook paper. Tear one out. that will make a nice smooth cover on that. And so that is Deco Art Americana Triple Thick Brilliant Brush On Gloss Glaze. So we'll see how that looks when we're done. And so I could, let's see, those are going to get glued on, and then these will be the petals that flip up. So I guess I'll just wait till these dry. All right, let me move this out of the way. And hold these up. See how this works. Okay, so in theory, if you like this, okay. So if this goes down over the center, something like that. I guess that's not too thick. I was worried about it being sticking up too far, but I think that'll be all right. And then you'll just have to open the petals up, and in the middle will be a circle with the words. So then I'll need to cut a circle. And let's see. Is that too big? That's probably too big. Maybe not. No, it might work. I think I'll cut this out of a piece of, I'll just take this cardstock. And so this is a 2-inch punch. Yeah, 2-inch punch. So then if I glue that down, let's see. These other petals under it in pink, and then vice versa. So then on here, I can write my words. Okay, let me try that again. Okay, that'll look a little bit better. All right, well, it sounds like it's going to be 24 hours before these dry. So, all right, I better leave it alone. I will turn off the camera. I think I've done everything I can do right now, and I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, I am back, and these came out very shiny like I thought they would. And guessing you can see that. Kind of cool. And I think I can trim off the edges with the scissors. So, okay, so now, and I'm missing a light here. Sorry, I know the light is not as good as it needs to be. One of my lights has to have the computer plugged in for it to work, and my laptop is downstairs, so I can't plug that light in, but I just wanted to come upstairs and check this out. So it looks like everything's good and ready to glue these flowers on. So let me get my journal and we will proceed. So the thing that I'm most concerned about is getting these petals attached, because there's not much real estate to put the glue on. But hopefully that will be all right. So pull these petals up. This is going to glue in the middle, so I need to make sure that I pull these out that far. I probably need a third floor. But I don't have to make them open and close. I could make the top one just regular. Things for which you pray and ask. Like that. Okay, that's about the placement. All right. Okay, so I can go ahead and glue these. I'm going to try the matte gel. Those dry and then come back and work on it in layers, so to speak. Okay. Be back. Okay, I am back, and these are stuck down. And I had an idea. Instead of me trying to glue these petals in the right place, I'm going to glue them to this, and that should stick better, be a better way. So if I just can glue them in the right place, that will be, let's see. Oh. So I'm still going to use the gel matte gel medium. I'm just going to dip that in there. So if that's there, and that needs to be about there. And I'm just gonna start gluing these on. I need to glue them so that they can fold. it's got to be moved. I can't ignore it. It's not where it needs to be. All right, so I'm going to let those dry. And actually, I could just glue it all down, I think. So, and this one should be glued down, I think. Okay. All right. Instead of trying to write the extra words, I'm just going to glue this down here, I think. Wipe that extra glue off of there. Okay, so this folds. This folds. Okay, so they close. They don't stay closed, but I can bend those more after they dry. Make sure they don't get glued. And then this one. And I was debating, do I want to, kind of liking this copper color for a stem, the one I used last week. I just really like it. And I think it might show up better than a dark green. So I'm gonna bring it down here like that. Bring this one down and then bring this one down like that. Okay. All right. I think that is it. And then when they dry, I'll be able to really press them down so that they hopefully stay shut. I don't know if they will or not. Let me use my bone folder and push it. Okay. Alrighty, so all things for which you pray and ask, believe that you receive them, they will be granted to you. All right, and you can see the shiny leaves from the, whatever this was, gloss glaze that I used. So I did the art supply that I hadn't used before, flower, and open and close. Okay, all right. Well, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.